Hey guys, welcome back to another robotics video. This video we're going to go over ROBOTC Programming Challenge 3, adding a green LED light. Now, once again, I'm going from the assumption that you have closed the program out. If you haven't, that's fine, but if you have, here's how you get back to it. First thing you need to do, go to the icon on your desktop, this PC, double click on it, and that brings up this PC window. Find your 320 drive, your H drive, your home drive, double click on that. Find your folder called My Robotics, double click on that. Find your student files folder, double click on that. And then programming challenges, double click on that. And then you will see the files that we have to work with. Now, the last file we did was challenge 2. So we're going to use that. So we're going to double click on that to open that up. And get rid of the splash screen. Now, as usual, we need to go in and go to Robot and look at our platform type. We need to make sure it's 2.0 Cortex and that it says Natural Language PLTW. Once we do that, the error goes away. Next, we need to save this. So we go to File, Save As. And now remember, we don't want to overwrite Challenge 2. We want to keep that. So we're going to rename this. So we'll get rid of the 2, write challenge 3, and then we'll call it green LED because that is what we're adding. And once again, please make sure where it says save as type, make sure it says graphical files. If it just says ROBOTC, you've got to click here, and then from the menu down here, find where it says graphical files and select graphical. If it already says graphical, you're good to go. You don't have to worry about that. All you need to do from here is save. So next thing we're going to do is change our title, add code for let's just write green LED. Simple as that. So in this one, we're actually not getting rid of any of the code. We're just adding to it. So what I want to do is I want to look for code that would allow us to add a green LED light. If we go down under special, notice we've got some options. Turn LED on, and that's the one we want to use. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to drag turn LED on, and I'm going to put it at the very top, just underneath the comment, because that's the first thing I want the robot to do is to turn that light on. So drag it out, and let's go to the very top. And notice that it put it in slot 2. So now turn LED on. We need to tell it which port. Again, I'm not going to have you worry about setting up the motor ports and all that, but if you were to go to the motor ports and look under digital sensors, green LED happens to be in digital port 12. So I could leave this and it would work because it's digital 12, but what I'm going to do is instead I'm going to, just to keep things nice and tidy, I'm going to click on the down arrow and I'm going to tell it green LED. Okay, so we're not going to change any of this. So when we run the program, we want the very first thing to happen is we want the green LED to turn on before we do anything. So it'll turn on as soon as we hit start. Then when we press the limit switch, it'll turn the motor on at full speed. Then when we hit the bump switch, it'll turn the right motor off. Well, I also want it to turn the light off when we hit the bump switch. So I'm going to come down, find turn LED off, put that right at the bottom, and I'm going to select green LED, and that's the code that we need for the third programming challenge. So I'm going to come up, I'm going to click save, I'm going to click compile program, I'm going to click download robot, and the debug window comes up, and I'm going to go ahead and click start. And you can't see this because you can't see my test bed, but my green light is on right now. And then when I press the limit switch, motor comes on. When I press the bump switch, the motor turns off and the green LED light turns off. So